Alright, and hello everyone, it is me, Jay Burns, and in this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you all how to make this bracelet right here. This bracelet is my own original design, and it is called the Jay's Summer Blossoms bracelet. So, by J, I mean just the letter J, for Jay Burns, and yeah, so if you're wondering how exactly you spell it, the title is, well, the title for the video pretty much explains or shows you how to spell it. So anyway, here's the bracelet. I'll be showing you how to make this bracelet with just a hook. So you'll only need a hook for this design, you won't need a loom. You will need lots of clips for this design. As you can see here, there's multiple clips in the bracelet. Then you'll also need rubber bands, of course, and there are 3 groups. One group here are the single chain bands, and they're going to be used for, well, the single chain of your bracelet. Then these B rubber bands here, there's another group. They are going to be the flowers on one side of the bracelet. Then the last group here are the rubber bands that will be on the other side of the bracelet. So the flowers here on the other side. So you'll need 2 separate groups for the flowers on the opposite sides of the bracelet. So for example, the B rubber bands would be these pink flowers, and the C rubber bands would be these blue flowers. So yeah, in the description I'll have the number of bands you'll need to complete pretty much the little pattern that I'll be showing you in the tutorial once. So 1 flower on each side, and then all the single chain bands running through it. I'll have that number of bands you need in the description. Also, the number of clips you'll need. And yeah, so just use the pause button to get the supplies you'll need, and we're going to go ahead and get started. So to begin, you're going to want to have your hook and all of your A color bands to start, or your single chain bands. Then you'll also want to have a clip nearby as well, just 1. And to begin, we're going to start, well, by making the single chain. So it's pretty easy. First we need to make a cap band, so we take a band, put it on our hook, twist it while it's on our hook, and that new shape you create that's not on the hook, you're going to put it on the hook. And now you got your little cap band here. Now making the rest of the single chain is very easy. All you have to do is basically you take a single chain band, put it on the actual hook part of your hook like so, take the rubber band that's already on your hook before and slide it onto the new band, and in this case it was the cap band. And then once it's on there, you can put the other end of the new rubber band onto your hook. And I'll go ahead and show you one more time what you need to do. You take a single chain band, put it on your hook, so the actual hook part of your hook like so. Then this band here that's already on your hook, you're going to take it and slide it onto the new band. And once it's on there, you'll put the other end of the new band onto your hook as well. And that's all you gotta do. Just do that until you make your bracelet long enough to fit around your wrist, or if you got the exact number of bands you'll need, until you run out of rubber bands. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue, and if I finish before you do, then just use the pause button. Alright, so I'm not going to be making my single chain long enough to fit around my wrist for the sake of the length of this tutorial, so if you still need to add more bands, just use the pause button. But anyway, once you've finished your single chain and you made it long enough for whatever you're making it for, you're going to get that clip that I told you to get, that you had off to the side. You're going to get that clip and attach it to this band here on your hook, so the last band in the single chain. So, like that there. And then once your clip is on, you can take the band off your hook, and now you have your single chain. Now we're going to add the flowers. So we're going to start by making the flowers on one side of the design first. So get all of the bands for one of your flowers, or one type of your flowers on one side, and then also get your clips. You're not going to be using all of the clips, but you'll be using about half of them. So, to begin, we're going to look for the cap band on the single chain. Goodness, my throat. Anyway, we're going to start by looking for the cap band of your single chain, and that was the first band you had pretty much put on your hook. And then we're going to count 2 little loops from that cap band. So 1, 2. Then on the third loop, so this next one here, that's where you're going to be putting your first flower. So, you want to make sure that you're holding your single chain so that the cap band looks like a circle and not like this, like a line. So make sure you're holding it like this. And then that third loop, that's where we're going to make our first flower. So just kind of put your finger kind of near that loop so you know where you're taking your hook. So you want to get your hook. And then put it going through that third loop, like so. And then we're going to loop, or we're going to pull a flower band through there. So you'll take a flower band, put it on the actual hook part of your hook like so, and slide this band that was already on your hook onto the new band. And it's pretty much just like making a single chain. But once you have that first loop here, it's on your hook now, you're going to get a clip and attach it to that little flower band on your hook. The same way you did with the end of your single chain here. So you have your clip on your flower band. You can take your hook out of there. And now we have the first little petal of our flower. Now we need to add 2 more. And what we're going to do is we're going to do pretty much the same thing again. So we'll take our hook and we'll go through the exact same loop we have this flower band going through. Then we'll get another flower band. Once our hook is going through that loop, you get another flower band, put it on the actual hook part of your hook. Slide this band that's already on your hook onto the new band. And then put the other end of the new band onto your hook. Now, we're just going to have one more clip for this flower. We only need, or, wait a minute, okay, so, no, we need 2 more clips, but we're going to add 1 clip for this flower, or this petal here. Goodness. So attach the clip onto the petal. Then once the clip is on, you can take your hook out. And what we're going to do now is we're going to pretty much attach a clip from the other petal onto this petal as well, because as you can see here, all the petals are connected with clips. And as you can see, there's 4 petals and 3 clips, so we need to get the clips to attach to the other petals. So we're going to use one of the 2 clips. Doesn't really matter which one. I'm going to use the clip that's closest to the cap band. And you're going to take that clip on that petal and attach it to the other petal, like so. And now you should have your clip kind of looking like that, and then you'll have one little loose clip that's hanging off the other petal. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and add another petal to our flower. So we're going to take our hook, put it going through that same loop again, get a flower band, put it on our actual part of our hook, pull the band through. So take this band that's already on your hook, put it on the new band, and then just like that, put the other end of the new band on your hook. Now we're going to get one last clip. So this here is the last clip for this flower. You're going to attach that clip to the petal here on your hook. Then you can take your hook out of the band. And then just like you did before, you're going to take the clip. You're going to take one of these two loose clips and attach it to the other petal. So I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to go ahead and use this clip that's closest to the cap band here, that's loose, and attach it to the petal next to it. And I'm sorry if it's a little unclear for you to see, if you can't really see it, but yeah, here is pretty much what you should have now. Now we're going to add one more petal. So, take your hook, put it going through that same exact single chain loop there. Get a flower petal band. Put it on the actual part of your hook. Take this loop that's already on your hook, slide it onto the new band, and then put the other end of the new band onto your hook as well. Now, instead of getting another clip, we're just going to use this loose clip that we have here already. So we're going to take that clip there and attach it to this petal that we have here on our hook right now. And then once the clip is on, you can take your hook out, and now you should have one complete flower. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and show you how to make a flower one more time, and then you'll just continue adding the flowers on your own. So, what we need to do to make the next flower is we need to do pretty much the same thing we had done before, except instead of counting 2 loops, we're going to count 3. So, what I mean is you have all these petals coming out of this one loop here. We're going to count 4 loops from this loop here that has all the bands in it. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that 4th loop, that is where we're going to put our next flower. So you can put your finger kind of next to it so you know. Then you'll get your hook and you'll start making the next flower. So we're making it all on the same side. So what you need to do is just make sure that the flower that you just made is facing upwards, and you should be just fine. Alright, so you get your first petal band here, your flower petal band, put on your hook, slide that band onto the new band, pretty much the same thing. And then, for this first petal, we get a clip, and we attach it to that petal. So attach it to that band. Then once the clip's on, you can take your hook out. Then we're going to add another petal in that exact same loop there. So stick your hook through there, get another petal band, flower band, put on your hook, slide the new band on, put the other end of the new band onto your hook. We're going to get another clip and attach it to that petal band. There we go. And then, once your clip is on, you can take your hook out. And now we have these 2 loose clips, and we need to attach some petals together here. So what I always do is I always take the clip on the petal that's closest to my cap band and attach it to the band that's a little further away. So I'm going to be taking this clip and attaching it to this petal. So you just take one of your loose clips and attach it to another petal here, like so. And then we're going to add another petal. So you have something like that. We're going to add another petal. So get your hook, stick it going through that exact same loop again. Take a petal band, put on your hook, take this band, pull it onto the new band, put the other end of the new band on your hook. Get your last clip for this flower and attach it to this little petal band. Then, once it's on, take your hook out. And now, we're going to attach one of these two loose clips to the other petal. So like I said before, what I do is I take the clip that's closer to the cap band and attach it to the petal that's a little further away. So, I'm going to take this middle clip here and bring it over to this petal. There you go. Now we're going to add one more petal, but no more clips for this flower. So, take your hook, stick it in to this same loop you've been using for this flower. Take a flower or petal band and put it on your hook like so. Then pull it through, or just take this loop and put it on the new band. Put the other end of the new band on your hook once it's on. And instead of adding a new clip, we're going to use this one loose clip here to attach it to this new little petal here. And this is the most difficult clip to attach. So anyway, once you get that clip on there, you can pull your hook out, and now you have your second flower. So now you're just going to continue adding flowers to this side of your bracelet. Make sure when you go to add a new flower that all the flowers on this side are facing up. That way you know. And just to start again, you count 4 loops from your previous flower to find the loop to make your next flower. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and this would be where I'd make my next flower. So anyway, just go ahead and continue the pattern. If you're not sure how to continue, then I'll have a little time in the description that you can go back to, so you can rewatch the instructions. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and add one more flower to this side of the bracelet, and then I'll show you how to add flowers to the other side. Use the pause button if you need to. Alright, there we go. So now, I've made my little third flower there, and now I'm going to show you how to add flowers on the other side of your bracelet. So, basically, to do this, you'll just want to make sure that all the flowers here on one side of your bracelet are pointing down so you can add the other side, and then your cap band will just be pretty much on the other side of where it was before. So if you had it on the left, it's now on the right. So, to add the other side, what we're going to do is we're going to find the first flower in the bracelet, which is on the opposite side here, and we're going to count 2 loops from this loop that we have that first flower in. So we're going to be starting on the right and counting to the left. So 1, 2. So that second loop that you count to, so here's where it starts, 1, 2, that loop right there. That's where you're going to add your flower for the other side. So adding the flowers here is the exact same little process as it was for the first side. So I'll go ahead and show you again how and explain. So you're just going to be going into that new loop there with your hook and adding your flower. So you'll need 4 bands and 3 clips. And first you'll take a band, a flower band, put on your hook like so, then take this loop that's already on your hook, slide it on the new band, and put the other end of the new band onto your hook as well. Then, like before, you'll take a clip and attach it to this loop here. Then once the clip is on, take your hook out. Then we're going to add another little petal to this same exact loop here. So, stick your hook through that same loop, put another band on your hook like so, and then pull this band that's already on your hook onto the new band, and put the other end of the new band onto your hook. Finally, or well, not finally, but then you're going to get another clip, attach it to the band. Once the band and the clip are attached together, take your hook out, and then we're going to need to attach these two little loose clips, or one of them, onto the other petal. So what I do for the other side is I do the exact same thing, except the cap band is now on the right side. So I take the clip that's closest to the cap band and attach it to the petal that's a little farther away. There we go. And now we just need to add 2 more petals and 1 more clip. So in that same exact loop there, put our hook going through, get a little petal band, pull the band that was already on your hook onto the new band, and put the other end of the new band onto your hook. Then we're going to get our last clip and attach it to this band here. And once it's on, you can take your hook out. And then once you've done that, now we have these 2 loose clips, so we need to attach one to the other petal. So like I said, you take the clip that's closest to the cap band and attach it to the petal that's a little farther away from the cap band. And now all we need to do is add 1 more petal once you've attached those clips there. So, in that exact same loop 1 more time, you'll stick your hook through, you'll get a petal band, put it on your hook, and then once it's on your hook, you'll take this band that's already on your hook and slide it onto the new band, and once it's on the new band, you can put the other end of it onto your hook as well. And, like before, when we were making the flowers here on the other side, we don't add a 4th clip, we just use this 1 loose clip here and attach it to this last petal. And like I said, this is the most difficult clip to attach. There we go. Once it's on, you can take your hook out, and now you've finished a flower here on the opposite side of your bracelet. So now you'll just go ahead and add flowers for the other side of the bracelet. And when you do this, you need to make sure that the flowers you made the first time are pointing downwards and the new flowers are pointing upwards. And that way you don't end up making a flower this way. So I'm going to go ahead and add the last flower for my bracelet. And to count to where your next flower will be, just use the flowers you already made and count 2 loops from the loop that flower starts on. So you have this flower here on the opposite side of your bracelet, you count 2 loops. So 1, 2. That second loop is where you start your next flower here for the other side. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and add my last flower. If you're not sure about the instructions for how to make a flower, I'll have a little time thing in the description, and you can go back and watch it. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and continue. Use the pause button if you need to. Alright, so I'm adding my last little petal here. And there we go. Alright, so once you've finished, oh, and also I want to talk about this here. So if your bracelet or your single chain happens to end where you would add another flower really close to the clip, so this next flower would be really close to the clip, it'd be right here, the loop before the end. You don't have to add that flower, but if you wish to, then you can, because we have those few extra loops here by the cap band that would give that last flower some space. But I'm not going to add another flower. So anyway, what you do to complete your bracelet and make it a bracelet is this clip here on the end of your bracelet of the single chain. You're going to take that and attach it to this cap band here on the other side of the single chain. So just take them and clip them together, and now you have your J Summer Blossom bracelet. So yeah, now you can put it on. Forgot I didn't make it long enough for my wrist, but yeah, now you have your J Burns or your J Summer Blossoms bracelet. So yeah, I guess now it's time for the outro. So I would like to thank you for watching my tutorial. Hopefully it showed you how to make the J Summer Blossom bracelet successfully. Hopefully now you have one and you're wearing it. It's pretty cool and stuff. Try a bunch of color combos and all that fun stuff you can do with bracelets. And yeah, so that's pretty much all I have to say for this video, other than thanks for watching and bye!